Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Krista and you're watching the Radical Angel Esoterica. I am doing the general and love forecast for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for the month of April 2019. So what does Cancer need to know for April 2019? Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, April 2019. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, April 2019. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2019. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, April 2019. Cancer, Sun, all right, Cancer. I will be using bottom of the deck energy for the month for you. Let's get our cards out. I believe Gemini just had the devil show up in the center. Wow, bottom of the deck. Something is really stressing you out. Like literally weighing you down. It's kind of easy to see what it is. It's your own thoughts, beliefs, and patterns. You could be in your own way this month, Cancer. But for bottom of the deck energy, we're looking at the Nine of Swords. This is a lot of distressing, anxious energy. So what the heck is going on here? And it comes after new information or after telling your truth. Someone's either given you new information or if you've held up your sword of truth here but for some reason it's distressing. So what's going on there? We do have some major arcana energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a lot happening. There's something that's definitely coming around again. Something's got to end permanently here. I know we're looking at the World and not the Death card, but I just think if you want to set yourself free from something that, you know, is probably your truth, maybe you're saying something that's true, but it's causing other people distress or by virtue of what it is you're saying to yourself or others, that this amounts to maybe feeling stressed or anxious. And this is sometimes the price of telling the truth, actually, Cancer. So maybe don't worry too much about that. It could be worth it here. Here with the past, you have a little bit of celebration. This is feeling like you're around your friends, around people who really understand you. But a little celebration in your recent past. Feeling like you have at least some emotional support here. In the present, we have the World. This is, in terms of the major arcana, I consider this an ultra important card because this is a whole new world awaits, whether you're ready for it or not. And like I said, it's not the Death card. It's not like something's being taken from you that you have to grapple with suddenly. Or that you should have been ready for even if you saw it coming and then there's no way you could be coping with it. Or it's not even the Tower where it's like, you know, the whole thing was wrong, start over. This is, you're on the right path. You're doing what you need to do. You've gained this level of, you know, I would suggest emotional and spiritual maturity here. in the present that you have to take a leap. And I know we're not looking at there's no fool here, so it's not like a leap of faith, right? It's the difference between believing and saying something and living it. You have to live it. It has to be practical. It has to be felt and real, right? So I think it might be the difference between you knowing something or believing something and then you acting on it, and it will shift everything. Everything will shift because of it. And this could be your major task in the month of April. Here we have the future. There could be some travel here in the month of April, but more than likely this is intellectually or, conceptually or ideologically moving away from something that doesn't work for you anymore. Something that has already disappointed you that you want to move away from. And then because we have you as the devil, it could be the way you feel about yourself. You could feel like you're causing problems here, that you are developing codependency, that you are the codependent person. You are the person, you're the addict, or you're the person the other individual or group is addicted to. This could just be about, I would say, not being able to face something or hiding from something, and definitely an immaturity here, except that's not what I'm seeing with these three cards here. I'm seeing, you've got your truth. It's causing a lot of anxiety. So who is this upsetting? What is so comfortable here? This is when this shows up as you, and you've already shown your truth, and you've got people on your side, and you're leveling up here. Why would you be seen as the devil, as the person who, say, energetically speaking, and you could be dealing with a Capricorn, fair enough, right? But this is in your position. And Cancer, unless you're a Capricorn moon or rising, if that's the case, this will have a very different meaning for you if you're cross-watching. But if you don't have Capricorn in the first 5 planets of your chart, this is about how you feel about yourself, or how you feel you're acting in a situation where your truth has been told. And you see yourself as fairly problematic here. And I just don't think that's what's going on, because I think there's a little bit of disillusionment here. You got to look behind the scenes, what's going on beneath the scenes. I think you really need to dig. I think you have information. It's not like you don't know anything, but we need to act on it. It's really, really, and we do have this really nice, practical, youthful, a young, practical energy here, and I think it's time to do that. I think you know what's behind the scenes. I think part of this devil acting as you, as the current in this reading for this month, is a level of, do you even believe what you're saying? Do you believe it? Because the other information section here is Pisces ruled moon in the tarot, and this is 12th house energy. This is self-undoing. This is the hidden. This is behind the veil. This is beneath the surface. And it's incredibly deep, and it's incredibly strong. And in my view, it overpowers the devil. I mean, it's Capricorn ruled. It has a lot. This is fatherhood, paternity. This is rules, regulations. Chains and addictions and rules, and right. And that's 10th house. And public appearances, what are people going to think of me, etc., right? Moon, 12th, ruled by Pisces, 12th energy is, first of all, mutable, right? This can go anywhere. This can be seen anywhere. All you have to do is look. This is, if you can get clear on the information and then you go within and you really start studying behind the scenes here, I think you're going to be able to help yourself out. And the way you're going to be able to do that is to look at the practical themes of the situation, not necessarily how you feel about it, not how other people might be viewing you or how you interpret yourself at this time, not even the information. But the challenge is, what are you going to do with it? Make small steps here to help yourself, because the Page of Pentacles could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, young person, younger than you. It could be just that energy. You could have some earth in your own chart, and I would listen to that practical energy here. What practical energy can you bring to the situation? As the challenge, you're being asked to integrate what information you have into the real world. Once you look at the shadow side of things, look beneath the surface here, it'll be your best friend. And then your outcome is judgment, a second chance to do something. Judgment is always a little bit like a do-over. These were actually on top of each other. That's bottom of the deck. This is you. I'm going to qualify the judgment. Why is judgment the outcome here? A do-over, a second chance. Why is judgment the outcome? Is judgment the outcome? Cancer. Judgment the outcome for Cancer here. It's so weird because I feel so strongly, you know, your outcome is a second chance, but here in your present is this is make it or break it. You can move away from something here permanently. That's distressing. And other people might even be seeing you like this. Maybe this is how you're seen to other people. You're a problem, you're creating conflict. You're not letting sleeping dogs lie, that type of thing. It's upsetting, say, to a public veneer, public perception. Why is judgment here as the outcome? Three of Pentacles, so something that you're in the middle of building, something that you're already in process of doing. I feel confidently if you just keep going ahead, try to get rid of these feelings of anxiety, sleeplessness, distress, right? We're going to be really practical about how we go about it, because right before the judgment is this really gorgeous practical page, this youthful energy. You know, you can do it. Make physical, reliable steps for yourself. Be reliable for yourself. This is your challenge here, is your own sense of reliability and you know, compassion for yourself, that you can rely on yourself here. And to qualify the judgment is the 3. So yeah, something that you've already begun, something that's already underway. Could be a spiritual matter. You do have 2 3s here. The 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. I feel this could be something spiritual, or if you do need help with this at this time, you could perhaps look to spiritual assistance. Divine timing and abundance. So yeah, I don't feel like you're bereft of anything here. I feel like something might even feel like it's too much. Like it's too much and it's feeling like a bit of a burden, but you can set yourself free. You have to take practical steps here. Abundance and divine timing. What could that divine timing be about for you? In terms of a second chance here, abundance. Yeah, I don't feel like you're moving backwards, but you definitely need to take a much, much deeper look at something that is causing upset. Remember, 12th house energy. This is a big deal here in your other information column, the moon. Beneath the surface, the hidden realms. There's no 6 of Cups here. I would say, you know, maybe take a look at the past. I wouldn't necessarily do that right now. I think beneath the scenes, beneath the surface, particularly because we have the public and the private here virtually right next to each other. So, like publicly, you could be causing problems or interrupting a status quo, but you know it's because there's a lot going on. There's a lot that's being unsaid and unseen that's going on. So yeah, with the judgment here at the second chance, 3 of Pentacles, Keep going. Keep building a strong sense of self. Strong, abundant world for yourself. Here we have gentleness. One of my favorite cards out of the deck, actually. Gentleness is a beautiful card to have. This is where I'm looking particularly and strategically at bettering yourself, helping yourself this month. I wouldn't really go so far as to say don't trust anyone right now, but you don't have any twos, you don't have any soulmate cards. There's actually, we're dealing with one water, one cup, so I think this is going to be a very mental month for you. Mentally, ideologically, belief system, that type of thing, language, communication. I think it's going to be a month for you to have compassion for yourself and others, okay? Practice with yourself first, though. Always practice compassion with yourself first, because that becomes a habit, and that makes it, you don't even have to think about doing it with others. And then it's twofold. You have so much compassion for yourself that you have very healthy boundaries and you won't let anyone mistreat you either. So I do find these two decks good for creativity or romance in particular. If those are not concerns for you this month, use them to your advantage any way you see fit. Attraction, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah, totally. You know, be gentle with yourself. Be reasonable. Be willing to go slow. Be willing to take your time and do things practically and to do them right. You know, you want to free yourself here, okay? And then milk and honey. I mean, is this not gorgeous? Is this not literally abundance? So this is a real double communication for you with regard to, you know, abundance, milk and honey. Divine timing, you know, take your time. Maybe there's no hurry right now. I'd be willing to go deep into your subconscious or behind the scenes, for example, around a theme for you. Be gentle with yourself. Remember to live in the moment. And abundance, milk and honey, I think is a biblical term as well. It's something that is like the utmost lifestyle. It's pure joy and freedom and bliss. So I think if you have the self-respect and the integrity to work through something fairly difficult this month, Cancer, I think you will come out at the end of it feeling very stable for it and much freer because of it. I think you have some protection as here as well, as it's under the auspice of divine timing. So take your time with yourself, be gentle, and explore what's going on here as you're being made out to be a difficult person this month, or you're convincing yourself you are. You want to free yourself from this anxiety throughout the month of April. So I truly hope this was helpful for you. Like I always say, give your moon and rising signs a view. If you're cross-watching, I find those helpful as well. And until we meet in the next video, take excellent care. Bye for now.